Hello everyone and welcome back to the latest episode of the Armchair podcast with the one and only Mr. VIPER Sport. How you
Pleasure
doing,
to
mate?
be on again. Pleasure to be on in my own gaff. We're getting a studio set up for the Armchair podcast.
Mate, check it.
This might be like a reserve home.
Yeah.
We'll make it look prettier, I think, over time. But yeah.
No, it looks good, man. It's nice to do it somewhere that's not in my kitchen, to be fair. So taking a podcast on tour.
That's it.
I like it.
World tour.
But yeah, thanks for coming on another episode with me.
Pleasure.
And obviously, no better time to do an episode after Chelsea-Arsenal game. So yeah, Arsenal 2, Chelsea 1. That's what? How many games is that with?
A hat-trick of games, I think?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
3 in a row.
Yeah, Arteta's got a good record against Chelsea. I think he's, out of any team in the league, Arteta's won the most against Chelsea out of any other Premier League team. Which is crazy to say that I think that's an unbelievable.
I think it's just a bit of a curse, to be honest. I don't know what's going on. I think
bogey team.
I don't want to say they bottled it, but I think maybe there's a mental block or something. And I'm not going to sit here and make excuses. Every single game we played against you this season, I can't really take anything away because we haven't won. But you can say as well, there's been, you can see that we're competing against you. We just can't seem to put the ball in the back of the net when it matters.
And if you were going to do it at any point, it'd be today.
I mean, we did. It was technically 2-2.
Yeah, honestly.
I lost my mind, by the way. You know when that goal went in? I went absolutely
you went crazy.
And I saw your face. You know, I was watching your face for one reason, just to see if you say, and you did. My worst nightmare. Because I ran away from the TV. I was like, and then I'm just looking at Flowers. I'm like screaming at him, but I'm not like trying to take the piss. I was just looking at you just to hope that you're not going to say, offside or something. And you did.
You get mad, I swear. Hold on.
But
But yeah, honestly, in that moment, because to be fair, I said in my own head, I don't know if I said it out loud, but I was like, we're going to concede.
Yeah, you did.
Because we did the same against Wolves, and I think this won't be the last time that this happens. And I think if we were so lucky that was offside, because that would have been the dagger. I think that would have been it. And I still think, I said this on my last podcast, I still think that is it. Yeah. I don't think we're going to win the league, and I think the Arsenal fans at the minute, it's like 50-50.
6-7.
And also,
Sorry.
I can't do it. I'm too old to do that now.
Well, can I just say something? This is the clip that I want on social media. I said from the beginning of the season, and I'll say it in the middle, and I said it now, and I'll say it at the end because it'll be true. Arsenal Football Club aren't winning the Premier League. They do not have the minerals to win the Premier League, right? You saw it. Look, unfortunately, for whatever reason, Chelsea aren't the team to put a dagger in a title hope, like we once did, even when we were crap against Tottenham. We did it for Leicester City. Hazard coming off the bench and doing what he did. We don't have that, unfortunately. We've got really talented players. We've got a good coach. You know, we have a good team. It's just, for some reason, there's something missing, there's an element missing, and we can't do it. But saying that, this is the Premier League. You saw against Wolves, you couldn't finish that job off, and they came along. They need them 3 points to survive, and they got a point out of that game. I think it will be these games where you mess up, where you 100%. Maybe a stinky 0-0, where you missed a few sitters, or a 1-1 or a 2-2. We saw the stat as well. Arsenal are horrible when they go ahead. They keep giving the game away, and I think it's maybe, is it a mentality problem? I don't know.
Yeah.
Because when it comes down to it, you guys just don't have that.
I think at the end of the day, it is. We proved that in the first half of the season, we were the most equipped to win the league. We looked great. We thought we were going to beat your defensive record.
Yeah. I mean, I laughed at that. I honestly did.
But genuinely, there was time. We did a podcast earlier in the year, and you were like, "I'm worried about that record," and you might have said it in tongue in cheek, but genuinely, we were that good. Yeah. And what happened is, it is. I didn't believe in the bottle thing. I did not believe in the bottle thing. But you have to say now, after that Wolves performance, and today, if it went in your favour with that offside, it is a bottle. Yeah. If we don't do it from here, it is. So it is for me. Didn't believe it, but now you have to. Yeah. We have to accept that it is a mentality issue.
I hate the offside rule, by the way. I hate it so much.
I know. Yeah.
I mean, obviously
it does suck at VAR, and that rule is. Don't even get me started.
No. It was offside.
No. I'm not saying. I agree with you though.
But I just hate the fact that. I mean, what much more difference would it have made if his body was just? I'm making rules up here for myself just to say.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine football. Football would be such a better sport without offside, bro.
Yeah.
We would have so many more goals. Obviously, then we'll have drastic ones where people just stand on.
Yeah. Why don't we just rotate players in and out as well? We just go full NHL mode, full ice hockey mode. Just repeat rotate players out.
It is what it is. But I think, look, good for you guys. You got the 3 points. I mean, I was coming into this with a little bit of glimmer of hope, even though we've lost 2 in a row in the last few weeks against you guys. But it's not over, man. It's not over. I don't think you have that title in your hands.
I think for Chelsea as well, I know you're a bit down at the minute, lost 3 times in a row to Arsenal and probably more in the future. But what you have to remember with Chelsea is, bro, trust the process, because you are a team of men that are aging.
Yeah. I mean,
and they've not aged yet.
We haven't aged yet. We are aging. We're in the process of aging, and we faced a team that have already aged.
Exactly, bro.
You know what the thing is? It actually logically makes sense, because you have aged. In the last 5 years, your team has aged. You've developed and you've done the process. So I think, we are in that phase. Obviously, there's loads of other intricate details when it comes to like managing and actual like, not managing in terms of Rossini, as in like managing from the higher above. So how we're doing our recruitment, what we're doing. Certain decisions, are they being made by Rossini, X, Y, Z? So these things are things that I think are affecting the club. But on the pitch, there's glimmers, man. There's chance. To say that we're having a bad season and we've gone toe to toe with you. Again, I'm not going to hold that high and say, we went toe to toe. But it's signs that there is a good.
But you did win us though in the season. You did win us with that 1-1 draw.
We beat you with 1-1. Yeah, we beat you 1-1. Yeah.
It is what it is. Since that game, it sort of went down.
Well, we were in a title race.
You were.
December curse happened, and then everything went to crap. But
all jokes aside, I think you are decent, and I think if Pedro Neto, and we'll probably get onto that, if he didn't get sent off today, I think you actually would have equal. I don't think we win that game if you have 11 men on the pitch.
Yeah, I don't understand the red card thing. People say disciplinary. Is it disciplinary? I mean, they're chasing a game. He's gone in. He's going toe to toe with Martinelli. He's put a tackle in. It is what it is, man.
It's happened a few times this season.
10 times
now. No, that is that. I'm sorry, that's not
10 red cards.
Seriously, you've had 10 red cards.
Red card
no, that's that. You have so even if you cut that out this season, say if you only have 1 red card, that's potentially 9 games you could have won.
Yep, 100%. I mean,
so or got points, not won, but got a draw.
Yeah, I mean, look, I said it on another podcast earlier this week. I said, we are Chelsea Football Club, right? The 2 times that
we are Man United.
We are
Man United.
We're Chelsea Football Club. Whenever we've been crap, we've done something. And we haven't shown what we can do yet. Maybe we won't do anything. But the Champions League is there, bro.
You genuinely, we've had the draw. Yeah. Arsenal now are 5 points clear. But the thing is, when people are saying we're 5 points clear, we're not. Because we played a game. To me, we're only 2 points clear. FA Cup as well, we're in that. Carabao Cup, the final against Man City. But the Champions League, that's big, especially if it was, because we've never had a draw like that on that side, where we've got Leverkusen, potentially Bodo Glimt, or Sporting. And then we move on, and so the path to the final's there. Yeah. Do you actually think Chelsea have got, with that, because that side is stacked, isn't it?
It is stacked. The only real threat, I mean, everyone is a threat on that side, but I think everyone on that side is beatable. We can beat Galatasaray, we can beat Liverpool, we can beat PSG, we can beat Madrid, we can beat City. It's Bayern Munich that I'm kind of concerned about. Bayern are a very strong team this year. They've got good aged players. The men have aged in Bayern Munich. And look, bro, when we won the Champions League in 2012, we faced a very good Napoli side, and we came back from 3-1. We faced Barcelona, and we faced Bayern in the final, and we won. City, when we beat them in the 2021 final, we faced Real Madrid in the semi-final of that tournament, and we beat them as well. So I'm not like, of course, if we go out to PSG, is it a shock? No, not necessarily. They're a great side, but we can beat those sides. And if Bayern go out, if we get Madrid, we can beat Madrid. We can get to the final. Now,
Chelsea, the Arsenal final.
Oh, that would be the most. I don't want that, because obviously oh my God, you just made us.
You don't like Havertz, bro. Like that would be.
I didn't even think about that. I thought about Chelsea Arsenal final. I thought, oh my God, they're gonna have an upper hand, but Havertz.
Exactly, for on goal in the 90th minute.
But if you guys don't, I want to set a scene for you. So when we played in the Carabao Cup semi-final, we was watching it together. Yeah. And I said to Jacob, look, we're not 82nd minute. I said, we're not going to win, but I think you might even score a last minute goal. I was even today, bro, when we lost, what did I say? I've not reacted. I was like, it is what it is. Yeah. But it was just the fact that Havertz scored and pointed at the badge that killed it. So let's hope we don't get to the final. Let's hope. Yeah, because I'm the biggest Bodo Glimt fan. I'm the biggest Man City fan. I'm the biggest Sporting fan for the next few months. I just need Arsenal to not do anything, man.
I think that most of the Premier League is against Arsenal. Yeah. There's a lot of people, like your cousin on the phone, saying and a lot of people on Twitter I've seen, who's going to stop them now? Yeah. It's only Man City that can stop them.
But do you know why this is happening?
Yeah, I don't understand that narrative, because people, from the outside perspective, I think people think we're going to win it.
Let me tell you why people hate Arsenal.
I don't think we are going to win it.
Let me tell you why people hate Arsenal. And you are actually the opposite. You are actually one of the easiest Arsenal fans, the easiest Arsenal fan I can have a conversation with, because you're logical. Like, even in that game, you're like, we're doing shit, we're not good enough. You're pointing out the obviouses, and when you win, you're like, oh, okay, next one. So you've got your head screwed on, lad. But a lot of the Arsenal fans are lying.
Yeah, no,
My God, Saka's better than who? Like, don't get me wrong, he's a great player, but come on, let's be level. You don't even have one superstar in that team.
I think,
You've got great players. Declan Rice, fantastic player. Gabriel Saliba, fantastic player. You don't have a world beater. You don't have a Haaland, a Diego Costa, a Mo Salah. So to put your team up in them ranks is crazy. And again, the frustrating thing is the way you're winning it as well. Obviously, this is nothing to your fault. Everyone else has been kind of cheeks, you know?
Yeah. I think people have a problem with Arsenal fans are overreactionary online, and they're saying things like Declan Rice, Ballon d'Or, etc., etc. We've got the best defence in the league. We've got the best squad in Europe. We haven't won anything, so I'm a bit more balanced. I think some things sort of
on paper you're great. On paper you're doing really good. Yeah. It's just you have to claim certain things. You have to have the evidence. Yeah. And unfortunately, wins aren't enough evidence.
And that's why Arsenal fans are so nervous, because evidence shows that Man City will catch up and Man City will win the league. And that's what I'm worried about.
Exactly.
Because that Wolves, as we've seen, and even today, on a different day, we drop points again and it's over then.
Does anyone remember the Bayern Munich team from 2012 and say, oh yeah, in terms of like the Champions League? No, because they lost the Champions League.
No, exactly. That doesn't matter.
What about the City team? You win. City were unbelievable. Why they didn't win that Champions League? So then they're not going to get talked about. So you can't claim them things. You can say, yeah, you are the best team in England as of
today.
Yeah, but again, you're struggling. In 2 weeks, you might not be. So you have to talk afterwards. You can't claim these things so early. And the more frustrating thing is you haven't done anything in recent history. 20 years is a long time. That was the last time you won, more than 20 years ago now. And it's things like claiming the Invincible title, which is a great feat, but you can't hold on to that and just claim that to be better than 2 European titles. You can't. There's certain pedigree that you need to. It's a great achievement. No one has a golden title. Brilliant. 12 draws, whatever it is.
Willy
fantastic.
Wonka has a golden ticket.
It is a ticket, but you don't have a Premier League, mate. So, do you know what I mean? That's why a lot of Arsenal fans and Arsenal as a club are getting voted against. That's why everyone in the world was a Chelsea fan today, and we let them down, unfortunately.
Yeah. What do you see happening now, though? Like, genuinely, because the potential, the quadruple talk is ridiculous. But like, genuinely, though, because this next 4 weeks, I guess the next few weeks with the Carabao Cup and then that game against City is that can blow the league wide open. I know you've got like an important few weeks as well. Like, where do you actually see the league going? Like, who do you think is going to win it, and who do you think is going to get those European spots? Chelsea and I guess Arsenal.
It comes down to minerals again. And when I say Arsenal don't have the minerals, it's not even a disrespect. Arteta's a great manager. He is a great manager, but this is technically his first biggest job, right? And he's done great. He's built something. But does he have that edge to beat Pep? Look at Pep now. Every press conference, the guy's switched on. They asked him a question just like, oh, how was your first time when you won the league title with Barcelona? He's like, I'm not here to give advice to Mikel Arteta. That guy is game ready. No, he could have just not. It's nothing about Arteta. He could be, it was obviously a lot of pressure, but that's what we got. He didn't say it.
And it could be his last season too. So I think he really wants to get his title.
I think more than likely it is his last season, or at least second to last season. He wants another league title. He wants domination. People can say whatever they want about Pep Guardiola, in terms of, he's gone to clubs and they've given money and yada yada. He's gone to the biggest clubs, but you have to still do it. People go to United. United are one of the biggest clubs in the world. Yeah, they don't do great. Look at what happened with Slot at Liverpool. Okay, he got that first league title and now he's struggling. People come to Chelsea. People have gone to Arsenal. You have to hold your ground and show your philosophy of playing and the way you can implement it. It doesn't matter about the club or the budget. You have to be a good coach, and that's what Pep Guardiola is. And when it comes down to getting your team over the line, he's all about that. And I think the league, to answer your question, I see Arsenal dropping a few more points, which is going to be vital now because you're a game ahead and it's only 2 points. One more draw, you're finished.
Do you think we'll win at the Etihad? Do you think it'll come down to that game?
I think that game would be no, I don't think you're winning at the Etihad. I think it'll be...
What about Carabao Cup?
I feel like there's a bit of a difference. I think the Carabao Cup you might get over the line. It's a cup final.
Yeah, well for me, I think if people keep saying it's massive, and because if we psychologically beat Man City on that day, it's not far away now. Yeah. I think because this Arsenal team for me and the club in general and the fans, it's all about confidence and momentum. To get your first title, pundits keep saying, I know it's cliche, but it's like, I feel like it's getting that hump off your back. It's been over 20 years. And it is, and it's a nervousness thing. It's like Man City have done it, so really, Pep, he'd be a bit annoyed if he couldn't win the title this year, but is he going to kill himself over it? No. Arteta, mate, he might jump off a building if he can't win the league this year.
For him, that's the mentality monster he is. You say, is he asked? He probably will be.
He'll be annoyed.
But he's one of them like,
but his legacy is still intact, and I think if Pep,
do you think though? There could be a mind game. He's like, my protege in terms of a coaching protege, Arteta.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. He's still his protege though, in a way. So you're still going to retain his legacy, and I think he's still got. And also, but yeah, I mean, look, if Pep were to do it from this point to where they were at the start of the season, I think I prefer other managers over him in terms of the all-time greats. But this would put him, for me, give me more respect towards Pep if he did it this season, because no one expected Man City to win the league.
Pep Guardiola is the Ronaldo of management in terms of for this specific reason. You see Ronaldo now, brother's 41, his legacy is intact, right? He can retire today. He's one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, if he missed a few pens like today,
it doesn't matter. But he's chasing that 1,000.
I know, yeah. Oh, bro, maybe that's a sign that that's awesome. We'd have to let that go, I think. Maybe that's a sign that that's that meme, is it? The elephant's going to fall from the tree.
That's a clip. Yo, he heard about Pep's mentality monster. He said,
even the kit's shitting itself. It's like, I'm done. I like this. The kit was like this. The kit bottled it. No, it's not a good sign.
And I was like, you see, this is why we're going to win the Champions League, by the way. This is why we're winning the Champions League. No, the league is wide open in terms of the race. Top 4 is such an interesting one as well. Obviously, we've dropped points against you guys, but I think we're in a fantastic position in terms, not in terms of the league, but we've won. We're unbeaten, but Arsenal.
Yeah,
which is the weird part.
I think Rossini's done a lot better than people thought he was going to do.
He's done a brilliant job. Even the man management today, fantastic. He made a decision that I didn't even see, but you pointed out Tosin bringing him on at the end, and he almost paid off. Like, the goal we got.
He got that header on.
Literally, bro. Yeah. So he's done great. I think. Look, we've still got like, you could say, a quarter-ish of the season left to go. I think we will really push for a battle top 4. Now this whole Arsenal stuff is out of the way. We might face you in the Champions League, but we can, in terms of league, we know we're not going to come up against you again. Now it's time to go. Well, we think we've got City at home. I'll lose to City at home. I don't mind.
That's what I mean. The thing is, so many teams have an impact on this. Because like, this is another thing as well about City, and I know there's this narrative and people are like, you're chatting shit. Look, don't get me wrong, we should be miles clear. Now, we should have won it already by now. We should be at least 5, I know we're 5 points, but we should be literally like on paper 6 to 9 points clear.
It should be one hand on the title.
100%, and we've let it slip. People are now going to use this excuse that I'm sick of hearing, and elements of it are true, I guess, but I'm not sure how much of it's true in terms of like, if a Chelsea play Man City, in the back of their heads, they might be thinking, they're not going to go into a game wanting to lose, but they'd be less bothered about losing to Man City. And there's all this thing about, it's a cup final against Arsenal, but I don't know how true that is. I think there's elements of it, yes, but at the end of the day, like, we should have.
I think you're going to.
We should have won it off our own back. Like,
you're going to let yourself
City. Like when Calvert-Lewin yesterday missed that open net, Arsenal fans are going, he wouldn't do that against us. We should win the games we're supposed to win. We shouldn't be. I don't want to sit at the TV going, oh no, please don't score Haaland. This should not be the way it is. And we've got it to this point and it's not on. So if we lose it from here, it's looking bleak. Like, I don't know.
What happens after this season if you don't get your hands on the Premier League?
Great question. I think there's going to be a meltdown. Genuinely, I think it's going to be AFT's going to go, because I remember that performance against Wolves, AFTV went whoop, and it's going to be one of those things. It will be sad. I think the overall tone will just be like really sad and deflated. If at the end of the season we lose it on the final day or a couple of games to go, or if City put that dagger in at the Etihad, the overall mood of the club in general is going to be, people are going to be talking about Arteta needs to go. And we need a change. And that is so sad because we've done so well and there's been this, we're going to do it. And then we've just fell again. In my opinion, it's hard. I mean, I think if Arteta doesn't win the league this season, my heart is telling me in my gut, it's like we probably do need someone fresh. Just for the sake of it, he's been there for a long time, but it would be you kind of want to go, give him one more now Pep's gone and see what happens. But it's hard, isn't it? I don't think
so, because then you're playing... And I get it. It's a difficult position to be in, to be honest. But away from Pep Guardiola, whether he stays or not, if you're looking at it from an Arsenal perspective, sometimes in life you'll have certain people do certain things for you, and they'll have to go after a while because they block a certain thing. In this situation, he's a young manager. He might come back to the Premier League one day.
That's what I mean. He could come back to Arsenal.
He's very young. So he probably thinks he's done it here. He's built a great foundation to let like a Luis Enrique or someone come in and really like. I can imagine, let's say next season, Arteta's gone, Enrique comes in and just goes off what Arteta's built and just that extra.
That's what I mean. I think we're in such a good position as a club, and some people fail because, and I'm prone to it as well. They put the connections with the players and the manager. You know, you build that with certain places. Like, wait a minute, I support Arsenal Football Club. I don't support Arteta FC. Yeah.
But do you think
it would be a shame.
Arsenal are the type of club they held on to Wenger for so long.
And also not even that, because Arteta's so deeply ingrained into the club.
Yeah.
He's like a Wenger in terms of, I think he's stubborn, and it'll be when Arteta says, unless he goes on a terrible run, which he won't, because he's even Arteta at his worst is second or third. Yeah. So he will have to decide, I'm finished, because I don't think the club will get rid of him, and I think he's going to be stubborn. He's going to want to win the Premier League with Arsenal. Yeah, I don't think he'll leave without winning a major trophy. And I'm not talking about Carabao Cup. Yeah. I'm talking about League or Champions League. Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be difficult. I don't know what, and this is why I think every game, I've said to you, like, I cannot enjoy any game now, from now until the rest of the season, since Christmas really, because there's so much, literally, and the gravitas of that is huge, and this is going to sound so dramatic, but I think that this next few months defines the next period of history for Arsenal Football Club.
Yeah, I would agree.
If we win the Premier League and the Champions League this year, or even just the Premier League, that will catapult us into that like next bracket of like, oh, now we're on par with sort of like Bayern and Chelsea back in the day, at Liverpool, where players are going to want to stay, and also these key players are going to want, and it will give us that confidence. If we lose the Premier League this year, and we lose against and we win nothing, oh my God, then we'll have to it's almost like we're rebuilding again.
I got a question for you. If you don't win the Premier League this year, but you do win the Champions League, what's your thoughts on that? Like, what's the process there? Do you think Arteta stays and he wins the Premier League in a few more seasons, or?
Yeah, madly enough, this is going to sound crazy because we've not won a European trophy. I think even if we still win the Champions League, I think the thing that the Champions League win comes after the Premier League. Yeah. So that might tilt it, as in like fans will be really pissed off about the Premier League, but then lifting that European trophy, I think fans might forget. Yeah. But it might be similar to Ange at Spurs, where just because Arteta's won that European trophy, and again, people will be saying, what are you talking about? He's won a European trophy.
Right. Champions League is...
Arteta goes down as a legend, by the way, our Arsenal Football Club, if we do win the Champions League. Yeah. And I think he would still stay on as a manager because he's finished second and won a European trophy. So obviously he stays on for another year. But for me, I think, and every Arsenal fan, I think we'd rather win the league because that shows that over a period of time, you've been the best team.
I wonder what Chelsea fans think. In my opinion, as a Chelsea fan, even though I really don't want them to win the Premier League,
you'd rather us win the Premier League.
I'd rather you win the Premier than the Champions League, because the Champions League is heritage, bro.
Yeah, no.
That's kind of what's, in terms of recent history, is kind of keeping us there in terms of the books. Do you know what I mean? When you win there, it's like, oh man. Yeah. But in terms of a London basis, wow, that rivalry's always been big, but it'll become
also that chant as well, you know. European trophy chant. Like we kind of want to be at a game, and then when someone sings that, we can't
say anything.
It's like we say, "Oh, you weren't born. You were born." So we can't say
two-time champions of Europe. You'll never sing that.
Exactly. Yeah.
We'll keep that.
You
or we'll just say we'll win it all. We have.
Yeah, I guess you can. But then we'll probably make some chant up about the friendly game at the club with Donald Trump with the Club World Cup.
Mate, that is.
You have won it all. To be fair to you.
But that's the only thing we're going off, man. What you just said about recent history, about what happens now. Bro, I'm so glad we won that 2012 Champions League, because if we didn't, I don't know where we would be as.
But if you look at what Arteta, we were in the trenches, mate. I'm not even joking. I don't think many Arsenal fans saw this coming with Arteta. Even when Arteta was appointed, we were like, "Oh, we'll see how it goes."
Yeah.
But, so I think you've got something with Rafinha, and it might not even work out with him. But I think this strategy you're going for, in terms of, it was a bit rocky when Bowley came in. Yeah. I mean, we talked about it earlier. Like, you didn't even have a transfer strategy.
No.
He was the sporting director for a period of time, and that's why you bought Cucurella. That's why you bought Cucurella because City wanted him, and you bought Mudryk because we were linked to him. Yeah. What a signing that's been, by the way.
What, Mudryk?
Yeah, disaster. But I think once you sort that out,
once you with Mudryk, can I just speak on Mudryk? Can I speak on Mudryk? Okay, it definitely, obviously, has been a disappointing signing for obvious events in terms of his situation and being banned. But right now, I would take Mudryk in that team.
Over Neto.
Over a lot of players.
Yeah, it pisses you off.
Look, Mikhail Mudryk, I think he had a similar situation that a lot of people are having. Vert, in terms of coming to the Premier League, it was a bit of a shell-shock situation. It's a whole different atmosphere. But I think he was slowly but surely coming into it. There was moments in games where you're like, oh, yes, he's got that in him. And unfortunately for him, that situation that happened completely just closed the book. When he comes back,
is he coming back?
Yeah,
he's like the Undertaker.
His ban ends in the summer. When he comes back,
bro,
and I think he'll go on loan.
That's what
I burst onto the scene. I can see that happening, bro. You know,
full of stuff.
Genuinely, it's
bursting onto the scene, burst through the net.
Remember that game against Liverpool? His debut against Liverpool. I thought Hazard region. He's a very, very talented young man. He's like his pace, his style on the ball, his movement off the ball, his footwork, brilliant footballer. It's just he needed a bit of time and minutes to adapt to the Premier League, and it obviously just went to crap with the situation. He comes back, goes to Strasbourg on loan for 6 months or a year, revamps
I think that's pure hopium from you,
Yeah,
but what I will say is I think if you get because you've got some really good players in the team you can build on.
We need a Thiago Silva. Like, we need a head.
You need some old heads. You need to get them men aging faster, or you need to bring some older men in. We need aged men to age the process.
I feel like it's crazy because Chelsea fans, obviously, Chelsea Football Club expect a lot. We are a team that's consistently won over the last 20 years and won the biggest titles, gone toe-to-toe with the giants of the world in terms of footballing, and signed huge players. Hazard was, I don't know if you remember, but during that 2012 summer before we signed him, he was wanted by everyone. Arsenal, Spurs, United.
Torres, Drogba.
And he signed for us. So those things shows how big of a club we are, but we don't realise we have the youngest squad in the Premier League. Do you know how bizarre that is? Chelsea Football Club had the youngest squad. If I was playing for Chelsea, I would be the most third senior player in that team.
That's crazy.
It would be Robert Sanchez, Tosin, and me.
I think you'd be a better captain than you captain them. No, not Reece James, but you second in line, maybe.
You know what I would be? I'll be the shittest footballer.
You would have been shouting at Robert Sanchez
just be shouting,
today.
Bro. I'll be just running up and down and shouting, "Hey, get back!" Right, that's it. And they'll be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
What did you think about today's performance though? Like, you were so frustrating to watch. Like, as an Arsenal fan, I mean, we were frustrating. Like, honestly, and
27 minutes in just then.
Yeah, we'll be all right. A bit of a shorter episode today, but hope you still enjoy it. Drop a like if you're enjoying.
And subscribe.
Yeah, please. But yeah, you were just the goal. I understand building up from the back, but your goalkeeper individual errors let you down today. I think the goalkeeper, and then that's what I'm saying. You've got some amazing players like Reece James, Caicedo, Lavia, and you just got a few donkeys who just do stupid things that let you down. And it's like experience probably as well.
Yeah, I was very, very. I wasn't a fan of Robert Sanchez last season, earlier on when he first signed and what he was doing. But he really did pick it up. He showed a glimpse today when he stopped that Eze shot. He's a really good goalkeeper. Yeah. It's just, I don't know, certain games, with his feet sometimes this season, he's actually been class. Like, he'll get the ball out, But for some reason, when it matters, again, today, early on, the first 10 minutes, I don't know what he was doing.
A
few of the touches, inviting pressure in, I get it. Maybe it's the style of play, let him come in and play out.
Yeah, but he was...
That's not the game to probably do it in. No. Even if it doesn't suit him, that is not the game to do it in. Maybe do it when you're 1-0 up or 2-0 up. But, brother, we are 0-0 at the Emirates, and we've lost twice to these guys.
We were there for the taking today. I think that...
I think anyone else
that performance was very parallel to Wolves' performance, where I think we were hanging on by the skin of our teeth, and we did not play well. No. We did not play well today, so we got away with it. We were just lucky you were so bad. I think in parts of the game, you were good in other ways because you had 60% possession.
We just didn't have the dagger. That's what we didn't have. Yeah. We had all the other armor, we just didn't know how to use it. Yeah. We'd get there and we're like,
what do you think you need next season then to sort of be better than you are? Because the past 2 seasons have been disappointing. You've got to the point where we're in a title race at Christmas, and then after Christmas, and that kind of happened with Arsenal teams in the past too. But what do you think you need next season? What signings? Who needs to go? Who needs to come in?
I think we just need a head, an old head. That's what we need. And someone in the late 20s or early 30s, someone who's been around the block. Like a Marquinhos or someone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Someone who really knows. Thiago Silva in that 2021 run made the difference because he was that guy in the changing room that kind of replicated John Terry. The reason we won a lot of the things we did is because we had Terry, Lampard, and Drogba. We were an unstoppable force, not in terms of their talent, in terms of their mentality.
That's fine. I think you need it. I think personally, for me, looking at it from the outside, you need a new keeper. Yeah. I think so. I think he's okay, but I think you need a new keeper. I think you're middle of the park with Enzo and Caicedo.
I think middle is set.
That's set.
With Lavia back as well.
I think you need like a marquee forward signing this summer, I think.
Forward, I don't know. I do believe in João Pedro. I think João Pedro. So? Yeah, I think João Pedro's all right.
Maybe someone on the wing then, because Estevao, he's a bit young. But
yeah, winger. I think we need a different style of winger. I mean, Garnacho and Neto kind of are a little bit parallel. Like they have a similar style of play, which is just pacing forward and cutting in, or whatever it is that we want to call their style. But we need a bit more flair. We need another Estevao.
We need a centre back as well.
Yeah, we do need
definitely.
Another. Well, Levi Colwill.
Yeah.
We do have, and he might not be
he's
aged.
Yeah,
he might be young, but he's got a head on his shoulders.
But I think that's what I mean. I think you need, and to be fair, Gabriel and Saliba were a young pairing, but they were so good individually. They kind of just grew together.
Yeah.
So you either need that, you either need a really young centre back to pair with who do you say? Sorry,
Chalobah or Sarr. We've got both.
Oh, you got Chalobah.
We've got Chalobah, Sarr, Tosin, and Fofana and Colby. We've got 5 centre backs.
I just think you might need, like you say, I think it's a sprinkling of some old heads in there. Because I think you miss Rudiger when I thought he was good. For
I would bring back Rudiger.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. I think you need someone with a bit of experience.
Yeah, I think
wherever it is on the park.
Rudiger would make a difference in terms of a mentality thing. I would bring him back for sure. But that's the bit for Chelsea. If anyone watching from the club wants some fan advice, it's just we need an old head. I understand. Look, people can be against the way the ownership works. I can't, because I don't understand the full business, right? They have an idea of a sporting franchise. They want to do it. It is what it is, okay? They buy young players. They want to sell them for more. I get it. But if you want to have legacy at this football club, if you want to win trophies, yes, we won a competition, which is a very big competition, will be a very big competition in coming years in the Club World Cup. We did great. But competition football is like that. If you want to win a league title, you need a head in that team. Recruitment-wise, we need someone who has been there when the tough gets going. You know? When it really matters, we need someone like that.
And to touch on Arsenal next season as well, even if we win something or we don't, I think there'll be a bigger rebuild if we don't win something, but potentially not. But we're going to have a bit of a mini rebuild, I think, in the summer. Yeah. So you look at that left wing position, Trossard and Martinelli. I think Arsenal fans we've agreed that we probably need to move on from them. Yeah. Probably have to let go of Trossard. He's getting a bit older. I think we need a marquee left winger.
Like a Rodrigo.
We've got Saka, like a Rodrigo. I don't think he would be a Rodrigo, but we need someone there. I like Gyökeres. I think he's kicked on towards the end of the season.
He looked all right today.
Eze and Erdogan. That centre of the pitch is a big problem.
I'm going to ask you a question. You said to me that City just do what they did in terms of their recruitment, and they signed Semenyo, and Semenyo might be the superstar to cross him over the line. I think you guys tried that with Eze, because Eze at Palace was the guy.
We only signed Eze because of the Havertz injury. I think a lot of Arsenal fans believe that, and I kind of do believe that as well. Because don't forget, we've got Marino who's out as well.
But if you put Semenyo at Bournemouth and Eze at Palace side by side, you would say they were.
I agree.
They were the most pivotal.
But we didn't need a 10. We needed a left winger, and Man City went out and bought a really good one, and we haven't. And that might be the difference. We needed Semenyo more than we needed Eze, and I think any Arsenal fan will say that. But then again, you look at today, if we didn't have Eze, who plays in that cam position? Because Ødegaard is having a terrible season. So it's all okay, Arsenal fans saying that, but we still needed Eze. He scored 5 goals against Spurs to get us out. So he's done well. He's been clutch in a few games. But I think it is still a problem because unless Eze sort of gets better at like retaining the football and doing that Ødegaard role a bit more, because he gave possession away too many times today. And every time he plays, he's a moments player. And he was the same at Palace. And I think in those teams like Palace where you don't have a lot of the ball and then you burst on an attack and he scores those goals, amazing. But for a team like Arsenal, when you play in that 10 position, you need to be good on the. You need to be winning duels. You need to be spread it like taking.
I understand.
So I think mad because Ødegaard's the captain, but he can't play consistently. And we've bought Eze, who we're not sure if he's the fit. So that's going to be a key position for us in the summer, I think, whether we win the Premier League or not.
Well, it's going to be a very exciting end to the season. I'm very excited for it, being a Chelsea fan, sitting in 5th or 6th place, wherever we are.
Do you think you'll get Europe?
I believe you can. We've got a lot of tough competition. United are looking great. Villa are starting to drop off.
Yeah.
Liverpool are a bit wishy-washy, but they did great at the weekend. I think it's there for the taking, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
For everyone. I wouldn't be shocked if we don't. I wouldn't be shocked.
Man United look good now as well. Really good. They're in 3rd, aren't they? He's doing a great job. Would you say Carrick at the wheel for?
I think so.
You think? Yeah.
I think so. Give him a chance because who else are they going to get?
Enrique. I don't know. There's a lot of good managers out there. Nagelsmann. They're not going to get Xabi Alonso probably because he's a Liverpool guy, but there is big options out there. But I agree. I think Carrick looks great, and I think they need Carrick. I think they need someone who.
It's nice to see United back in the mix, man. They're a big club, and I'm kind of in a weird way, I'm happy to see them look good because it makes the Premier League better. Yeah. It gives competition all around.
And that's why I was kind of preying on Man City's downfall because I want the title race to be competitive. Yeah. But what Man City have done over the past 5 years is kind of and also with the charges, and we can't ignore that. It is going to come out. It's put a bitter taste in my mouth because I'm just like, you've stopped Liverpool in the league a couple of times. They deserved it. It's like, I'd rather someone else be there. I just don't think they deserve to be there. But maybe that's too... I think the players deserve to be there and the manager's done a fantastic job. But I think because they've basically financially doped their way, not proven as of yet, but looks like it. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather it be someone else. I'd rather it be United or Chelsea or maybe not Chelsea.
You're in a position that Liverpool were in around 2013, 14, where they lost the league. Do you remember on the last day?
Yeah.
Was it 2013, 14? Where Brendan Rodgers had a brilliant season and they got like 90-something points and they still lost on the last day to City. They were in the driving seat. They bottled it against Palace, the 3-3. When Suarez was scoring at the end of the game, Gerrard slipping. I feel like you're in that type of era right now, but the league will come in due time.
If Declan Rice slips, man, I'm done.
Havertz slipping.
It'd be I don't know how that's going to work, but yeah.
I don't know, he's just, for some reason, sat deep.
You hate Havertz, man, but yeah, I would kind of respect it, to be fair. But yeah, I mean, I think we'll probably wrap it up there. I mean, it's going to be, this next few weeks is going to be mental.
Champions League's
got relegation
crazy.
As well.
Yeah.
Because I think that, it's not looking good for Forest. Yeah. And yeah, man.
And the mighty Mansfield.
Tell you what, today as well, shout out Mansfield, MTFC, those might knock Arsenal. There you go.
So we're getting through in the FA Cup, that's what we do now.
But no, I think, to be fair, if Tottenham, it is St. Tottenham's day today. So Tottenham can officially not finish above Arsenal now, obviously we ain't going to do. But genuinely, like, there could be a scenario in which Tottenham get relegated. Yeah. Even if Arsenal don't win the league, for me, if Tottenham get relegated, that is. Do you think, just to end it, do you think Tottenham can get relegated?
100% they can get relegated, and it might be in our hands. They might, there's a mathematical way of them losing against us at Stamford Bridge and we relegate them.
Bro, that would be scenes. That would be absolute scenes.
Oh, that would make my season.
That's what I mean. That's a trait. If we do that, if we work together on that, Chelsea and Arsenal, to get them relegated.
You don't win the league.
If we don't you
don't win the league. We won't win anything.
I'm not going to go that far. But yeah, let's work together on something.
Go on, then.
But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Thank you for joining me, mate. It's been a pleasure. Unlucky today. But yeah, we're trying to solve world peace here. Chelsea and Arsenal fans coming together.
You're the only Arsenal fan I can actually logically speak to, so I don't mind.
I'll take that as a compliment, mate. I can sort of semi-logically speak to you. I'll give you that. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.